Gosh, we're
Oh.
streaming. We're live.
Woo! It's that time of it's the time of the month where all of you get to roll. So everybody enjoy rolling.
Hey, I'm very poor now. I just spent all my money on this fancy armor and shiny rock. And a lot of grenades.
She likes big boom.
Oh wow.
Wow, we got high rollers today. That's lovely. Slunda, are you good to give the recap?
Yeah, let me just do a quick. Remember.
Review your notes.
Yeah, review my
Because
notes.
you are the notes goddess.
That's me.
Hmm.
Da-da-da-da-da. Wrote so many details about stuff that I wasn't. I mean, well, about all the Titus stuff, and I'm like, Linda doesn't know that.
It is okay if you can. That is fine.
No, I get ya. It's just like scrolling through, and it's just like, oh, I'm still in the Titus. You're in the dream. I gotta get past that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna wing it. Wait, hang on. Let me. All right. Well, yesterday was an interesting day, and we had and today has been less interesting in a good way, I think. I woke up early to write down some thoughts, and then Arvad was suddenly yelling in my head about how about gathering the group to talk, except for Tristari, which was but he told us that he'd gone to the time place that he goes to sometimes when he it's still kind of vague in my mind about yeah, apparently everybody also heard though, so I didn't actually have to go get anybody. So we talked about things and the situation. He said that they're on their way to come get Tristari. And we talked about a few things, and then it all kind of blends together. We were talking, and then Drusus went to go talk to Tristari. Bloop told me what happened. They had a good conversation, it sounds like, about friendship and family. And then Ewan got an update on his paperwork. Hayden came back. It is his house, so that makes sense. But we were told about a job to take for his final final. I think it's final. I don't know how these things work. Yes. And then I went and talked to. Well, since it seemed like there was danger coming here, I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to the same place, but to send the letter I want to send, but Arvad had some good tips, so I'm going to go send that letter, I think, and see what we can do. We're gonna have to say goodbye to Tristari, figure that out. And then once we're done, we're gonna go talk to the doctor and see what happened with see that everything's okay with Ewan. Yes. Okay, Flamel, so do I.
Join the club.
I speak 20 languages, but I could speak 21.
Like this out ends and just Flamel in the background, like, hang on, help me choose a language.
Slender, what language should I learn?
I don't know. I feel like you already know all the languages that I know.
I definitely know more languages than you know.
So, plan B.
And I do have that letter actually written.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Let me know when you want to bring that up.
All right. Well, I mean, I think it'll because we were doing like following person by person. So I'm
That's
sure
true. Yep, that's
Oh.
true. Because Drusus just got the Void Dagger.
Mhm.
Flamel was talking with Drusus about family. Drusus, was there anything else besides visiting Kaka that you wanted to do?
No, now that I have this fancy knife, I'm like, Hey, Flamel, do you know how to tell what knives are made of?
I mean, yes, I can analyze the components of things generally.
I mean, this
Unless
is
they have some
magic.
kind of
I guess I'll wait for Slim to
Well,
be like, hey,
I
Slim,
don't
will you
really-
do me a favor?
If you could take a shaving off of it, I can analyze the
No,
sample.
what?
You know,
I just like
but
pulled the
that
knife
seems-
away. I'm like, what? This is a no.
I'm explaining why I'm probably not the person to ask for magic daggers.
I don't know. You're a magic science. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
nope.
really
That's
do
it.
magic.
That's it for me. Let's go. Did you have anything you wanted to do, Flamel? I'll just hang out with you now.
We are about to embark on something dangerous, so I'm gonna make some purchases.
Ooh, I love shopping. You
I
shopping?
just remembered I have a whole
knowledge.
bunch of money from that one time that my dad loved me.
Oh, I have
Didn't
a bunch
last
of
long,
money
but he
from
let
that
me keep
time
the
your
money.
dad loved you too.
Yep.
I just imagine you two are hand in hand skipping down the streets of SSF.
Good shopping.
It's chaos.
Yep. Okay.
Maybe next time I see my dad, I can steal his credit card.
I got this money
Love
from your
it.
brother.
All right, Slunda. Anything that you would like to do before you guys take off?
So I'm gonna go set up that PO box.
Okay.
Um,
Very good.
how much would that cost?
20 credits.
20 credits? Okay, that's a good deal.
probably 20 credits a month.
20 credits a month. Okay.
Yeah. Which can be wired over easily enough.
Cool. I'll just put that in my records. 20 credits a month for PO Box. Yes, I'm going to send my letter, which I mean, I think that I don't know. Arbed was with me at one point. I don't know. I don't know who would have gone with me to set up a PO box or to direct me. But yeah. It's a letter. There's a fox drawn on the envelope, and it's and I'm taking some liberty. I assume we'll roll with it, but
You probably
Sending-
actually. Oh,
Huh?
sorry. You finished what you were saying. I was just saying you probably would have gone with Drusus, as Kaka would have been the one to get in contact with about information and sending that out.
gotcha. Okay, so
Enough.
So
Maybe the whole
Arved
time.
might be able to see. I mean, Linda's not making a big deal with it. But it's to it's addressed to Minkal Idari, care of the shack in a town that's close to one of their major it's close to a town on Akaton. And yeah, I'll say, I mean, unless Drusus is like trying to oversee the letter, I will just throw in that he might see the last line of it. Just because that's fun.
Ooh.
Which says, P.S. I learned a joke in common from one of my new friends. Arms are guns.
A single tear comes to my eye, and I just go, what have I done to deserve this?
although actually you might not have seen, because it's mostly written in Kasathan. So you might just see that it says
It just says
arms
my
or
name.
guns.
Oh no, just say arms or guns. Hold on.
Yes.
Nope, I don't speak Kasathan at all.
Yeah, because that's the
Then again, I
two
don't know
things written in.
if
Yeah.
any of my languages are practical in this universe, because I just grabbed them off a list. But we haven't run into anything orc at all. Or dwarvish at all. Wow, I just chose real bad.
Hey, I speak
one of
those
those things.
too.
Oh no, we've run
And
into
I'll
orcs.
I'll
Yeah.
send the entirety to you, DM. I
Okay.
mean, if somebody's like, "Ooh, I really want to like try and see this," I'm fine with that. But otherwise,
Okay.
she's just sending a letter to somebody on Akaton, and she drew a fox on it. Da-da-da-da. My direct, because it's like I don't expect it to. Oh, my message is too long. Yeah, there's the only other thing written in common, you see like a couple lines up, is just in common the address of the P.O. box that I've just set up.
Good.
Is that it? Oh, also it says Mooney in that for the name.
Okay.
So. Oh yeah, let me. And I'm just adding a detail of. Is that? Yeah, you just see that just says arms are guns.
Arms are guns.
And little like some doodles as she folds it up and sends it. and then she's ready to go off to the doctor's with Bloop and Tristari. Oh, yeah, so then we'd go meet back up with Bloop and Tristari and then go to the doctor's.
Uh-huh.
Talk to Nagy
Good.
and stuff.
Sweet. Bloop was next on the list, so that works. If Bloop, there was anything you wanted to do before going to the doctor?
I think the next thing I want after doing my shopping, is probably something only the doctor can give me. Which
Okay.
is the augmentation.
Okay. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, so as Bloop, Slinda, and Tristari, you guys all had to go to the doctor's. There's the doors to his office are locked immediately. Not immediately, wow. Coming out of fever brain, first day of clarity, words not working. Immediately as you get there, you notice that the doors seem to be locked. However, you quickly notice that there is a woman that is trying to make her way quickly to the door upon noticing you. See, it looks like a young woman, has a little bit of a smirk on her face, short brown hair, about shoulder length. She's undoing the locks and opens in. Bloop, it is a pleasure to see you. And Slunda, correct? Yes, and
Yes.
I'm sorry, the doctor didn't tell me your other friend, but my name's Clara. Pleasure to meet all of you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Tristari.
Please. Hi, hello, Tristari. Doctor's waiting downstairs for you. I'm assuming you all know where to go.
Yeah, I think we went down the same way last time.
Wonderful.
Passed by a shop section earlier, and it said that we couldn't purchase it at the regular register, and that we'd have to see him. I was looking at some of the augmentations he had that we have to see him for. Do I bring that down to him, or how does that work?
Yeah, just bring that up with him. He is a little bit not in the best of moods today. But I'm sure you guys will lift his spirit.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. And I'll proceed forward.
Okay. Heading down. Elevator still broken, making those clinkety clackety sounds. Heading down. That strange feeling of you not being able, you can see what's in front of you, Bloop, but not being able to see things around you. It's weird. But that hits you again as you see the familiar blue door that is already ajar and open. Inside, you
Was
see
it ajar before, like it was last? Was it like that last time when we came in?
no. Each other time you've come in, the doctor has taken you directly.
Can I look around and make sure there's nothing crazy going on, no signs of forced entry?
Absolutely. Roll a perception check.
Okay. And is Slunda's with me?
Yep, and Tristari.
Sorry, yep.
Okay. That's a 27.
Okay. Does not appear to be forced entry. You hear the sound of the doctor shouting. You can hear it tell us his voice. You have no clue what he's saying. Slinda, you make out bits and pieces of the words. You hear the word, which you best interpret as idiot. you hear, "How could you?" And not directly translated, but something to the extent of, "We're all gonna die because of your stupid mistake."
Hmm. Now, I recognize this. Is this like the... You said that I understand it, but he doesn't... Is this a particular language?
Yes, this is the language you are in the process of learning.
Cool.
By the way, as we're going down, I'm gonna
Well, how about-
text Drusus and be like, "Yo,
Well,
getting some sick augments. You want to slide?
well,
You want to slide me some cash so I can buy you one too?
Okay.
How,
stop you a bit.
how much does it cost?
So,
It costs
No
if I go back
way.
to it,
well, how about
1,400 credits.
of course.
I can make up the difference for what you don't have.
well, how about this?
I slide you 1260.
Okay,
Yeah, totally.
so I
Okay,
will
Well,
put that in. Also,
this
is
one.
someone watching a TikTok?
Oh. Okay.
It's coming from yours, Drake.
Yep.
Okay.
I went on to Facebook and was like, "Oh hi."
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Mark.
Mark.
How's
Hi,
your sex
Mark.
life?
Oh boy.
And then as we're going down, I'll just like pop in the shop section, like pick up 2, and then go down to him with like, to get approval to buy them both.
Okay.
I guess now realizing I could probably have Flamel install these since Drusus also wants one and he's probably not going to be here. Is he heading this way or?
I was gonna say, we're out shopping. I might just be like, "Hey, Flamel."
Okay, and I'll text him and be like, swing by the doctor's to get this installed.
I cry a little bit because the doctor has the creepy, illicit friend. But I
Or
go,
maybe Flamel could do it, possibly IDK, ask her.
no, I'm coming.
Ask
Okay.
me what?
Nothing. It's about augmentations.
You do know that I do specialize in cyber medicine.
I just know it's magic.
Oh well, if it's magic, I can't do it.
I think. I don't know. I shoot stuff, and I have a knife that's tie me, and I have a knife that severs time, and I have this black knife, and I've got a gun that does poof, 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 poof. And it's just going in and out of this little pocket plan. I don't know what's real anymore.
This is the name of the item, so it's quite literally magic is in the name.
Oh no, oh, you're right.
yeah, I
It does say
can't do that.
magic. You're right.
I can't do that. I do medicine things.
I do magic stuff.
Oh,
So do you think his shop is like, those Amazon shops that where you walk
yeah,
in and
also
automatically
magic stuff.
deducts it what you pick up?
gross.
That apparently are actually people in another country just tracking you.
You think he hires a
They say
bunch
it's
of
AI?
people that are just in a different room looking at the cameras?
I've never been to a shop like that.
I thought we've been to like, I ran into like one today when I got this new sick armor. And my armor, by the
Oh.
way, my new stuff
It's
looks like
injured?
carbon fiber. What?
It's injured? Your armor?
Injured? It's not injured.
You said it's unwell.
Oh no, I mean
Sick.
sick as in cool, as in awesome,
Yes,
as
yes,
in totally
as in,
rad.
no.
It, as in,
I guess it's
He,
slang
like,
from,
pokes
from
it, it
thousands
doesn't
of years before
seem
you were
cold.
born.
what was that?
I guess it's slang from thousands of years before you were born.
That could be.
Cool.
Cool.
Like exciting.
Effervescent.
What? Never mind.
Have you met up with us, or is this happening over text?
Oh, I thought you guys were texting still with
Hi.
Drusus.
I believe.
I thought it was
No.
a group chat.
I'm,
No, I was
I'm,
talking to Slinda.
I'm just forwarding everything to
Sorry.
Slinda, or to Flamel, I mean.
But yeah, my new armor looks like carbon fiber, but it's like Kevlar fiber, like and layered like that.
Nice. The Slinda will give you a double thumbs up and be like,
Only
it does
two.
look cooled.
We'll work on it.
Okay.
Are y'all gonna just stand outside the door all day? Or are you coming in?
Oh, sorry, I was shopping.
Mhm.
I'll come in with like
Your
the two things in like a little
loud
bag.
crashing sound. The lab looks like a mess. There are large crates that have been knocked over, papers that are everywhere. Not, I mean, for the fact that everything has been dampened, it sounds light. The senses, all of it. There's this loud crashing sounds happening higher and higher up. Like you look up, and you think you can see this little, almost looks like ball-like thing bouncing between the walls. Crashes into something higher up.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. No, not really. That would be a lie. I got a new specimen, and it was a little slippery bugger, and well, that's why I wanted you down here, Bloop. Well, Finn wanted to ask you something too, but do you think you could help me get that? I'll do you something, because that is a fast bugger, and he kind of is looking up. Reminds me of you, just purple and black and but
DM, are we with him?
I wouldn't say at this point, no.
Okay, good. I don't want to deal with the face hugger.
I'm
It's
watching-
just
Yeah, can I take
Slinda
a
just-
second to perceive what he's talking about?
Yeah, right, a perception check.
Slinda will also look around to see, well, also to see if she knows who the doctor is talking to, unless he was talking to himself with all that.
I got a 25.
Okay. Sweet.
That'd be perception for me too.
Yes. Besides you two, the only other people, or the thing that's here that you can see is this thing bouncing back and forth, kind of like flubber, just do, bouncing between all the walls. You figure he might be talking to that, but you're not quite sure. You see this thing bouncing like Mach 3. Somebody's playing squash, and it's just hitting the wall and just bouncing very quickly. Your eyes or your senses are able to keep up with it and track it, but it does seem to be some sort of ball of slime that is leaving little trails behind it and bouncing in almost in a Pac-Man way, eating itself back up as it's just bouncing in this strange 3D pattern.
I will put a pseudopod in the path of one of its trails that it's left behind.
I mean, it's
And-
probably like 50 feet up, so...
Okay, I'll climb partway up
Okay,
and then
roll...
put a pseudopod.
Alright, roll...
Acrobatics?
Yes, thank you.
That's a 17.
Okay. Able to pseudopod your way up. Getting up in its way. You just hear wee as it shoots past you. Wee, 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 wee. It sounds very excited and very happy. In your presence, though, it slows down slightly before it splats on to one of the walls, and a little eye stalk pops up out and just looks at you.
Migi? No, I'm joking. I'll be like, hi, little fella. Let me just. Can we high five? Can we be as I'm slowly extending like the pseudopod towards it closer and closer.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Can I assist in some way?
Yeah. How would you like to assist?
I'm like on the other side, and I'm just like giving a reassuring quadruple thumbs up.
And I'm just like up high, down low, and then I'm gonna.
It's following you. You see, it has some sort of understanding of what you're saying.
21.
It follows. More pseudopods shoot out from it to kind of match you and figure out what you're trying to do. Some seem a little bit on the defensive. If you attack, it'll lash out at you, but it's just there.
I'd be like, this is a high five. And I'll like gently tap one of the pseudopods. And I'll go around gently like high-fiving each one until I get close to his main body. And then I'm going to really carefully, gingerly like pick him up and be like, oh, whoops. How did that happen? And slowly bring him more closely to me, being totally chill the whole time.
As you bring it in close, make a will saving throw for me, please.
I'm not very good at those. No. 13?
Okay. Let me get a slight change of music here.
Oh no.
For once, it's not me having the wisdom. I guess it's not always me. It's just that I have to roll him a bunch.
Slinda.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm getting this change of music.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as, you're below trying to keep an eye and assist and help. You watch as Bloop, you've never seen Bloop just fall off of things. He's stuck to things. He falls from the side of the wall and just drifting out. Pseudopod just flapping in the air, moving down.
I mean, if it's like a motion that he's falling, I'll try and catch him.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
Cool. It's a reflex save. Or no, it's a check. Right. So
You basically see this. I don't know. I don't know why that's part of it.
I'm just double checking they don't have any.
I just thought it was very
Yeah.
fitting.
That's a 15.
All right. You run below him with your forearms. You're able to catch onto him. You see you see Bloop, and kind of some of the ends of his pseudopods are now this darkish purplish color. Bloop, your mind has gone completely black for a second as your brain violently races through images of a cold, hostile city. There are images of you and your friends sitting on almost like, what do you call them? Surgical beds. You're being experimented on, essentially, with several people surrounding each of you. It feels like torture mixed with science experiments happening simultaneously. Everybody seems awake and is in pain and screaming. Another image floods into your brain of these dark armored figures. It feels like a archaic gladiatorial pit. There's image flashes by of this towering, shadowy figure. You hear friends screaming. You can't make out who it is, but you can tell it's your friends screaming to run, to hide. You can feel it physically in your mind as it feels like part of you is being ripped away, and just this small part of you is able to escape. Somewhere now, an image of a ship, you hiding, drifting, that feeling of being alone once again. But not cold in space, terrified because none of your friends made it out. Now returning back to a known SSF, and your eyes, or I guess your eyes don't wake up, but like your senses come back to you.
I just like sit there for a second.
Bloop?
I pop my
You-
head up. It deems I'm destined to suffer in every universe.
What?
Huh? What? Where am I? Oh,
I just text
remember.
Loop. What was that? The bracelet said weird things.
This is like
I text-
error.
suffering. I text back.
Did Splenda tell a joke again?
Not quite.
Did she ruin another one of my jokes?
No.
Okay, well that's
I'll text and I'll put
we'll be
time
there soon.
shenanigans
We'll be,
and-
oh.
pain.
And
We didn't stop by the food court. I don't know where you got that idea. We're on our way still. And I just looked
Do I
at
need a-
Clonel. I'm like, we gotta finish these corn dogs. Let's
I'm
go.
gonna stand up and I'm gonna give Slunda a hug.
Well, I will hug back. Also, I just think it's funny the image of like Sluna's like, "Are you okay?" And instead of responding to her, you're just like texting back and forth with Drusus.
Well, I did respond to you. I said I'm destined to suffer in every universe.
That's fair.
and
Yes.
then Texas Drusus.
Teenage boy.
Yes, I will hug you back. So that's yeah, with all of my arms.
And then while I'm hugging her, I'll say back to the doctor, who's probably like behind me, is like, "That was a sample of me. You had a sample of me from a different timeline or something. I don't know."
Oh, I
Aw.
should have figured. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bloop.
It's okay. It
Uh,
was the best
They-
final moments he had.
they
This
they
was
found that
harder.
on they found that on Drusus's ship, and
Wait,
Don't-
does that
don't
mean
tell-
that was Sloop?
don't tell Drusus, but they sent his ship to. They borrowed it when they had sent some storm work to go where you guys are going. Oh, I'm
Did they
sorry.
pick it up from that place?
I don't have all the details. I just know that that's where it came from, and a future version of you. Don't know how that got there.
Okay,
Times-
so it did come from that place. If they
Mhm.
got it from there, okay.
Yeah.
So that
Yep.
wasn't Sloop.
I don't know who
Oh.
Sloop is, but probably not.
And I'll go on all fours and he'll be like, he looks like this, and assume his shape perfectly.
Nope.
You really do look.
You say all fours.
I'll assume the slug form.
So, just to clarify though, the little thing got absorbed into Bloop.
Well, looking at.
Just
The
out
dis-
of character.
Oh yeah,
What,
it
there's-
did. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how Bloop levels up.
Yeah,
Is he absorbs pieces of himself back into him. So,
I remembered that. Yeah.
that was that.
Cool.
So
Does
you
it still have like the
officially
little
leveled up.
splotches, or is it like leveling out?
No,
It is, like,
it's
darker.
it is. It's kind of like, think of like Venom, tendrils, almost
Gotcha.
like
So
Spider-Man
it's still
Venom.
obvious that it's something that had been different from Bloop, has attached itself to Bloop. It hasn't assimilated at this point.
Yes, correct. But it is in the process of
Okay.
morphing into one. But it is leaving him a little bit discolored.
Bloop, your color's changing a little bit right there.
I
It made you-
noticed.
Is it making you
Huh? What?
bluer?
Make me what?
Bluer?
I guess. I guess this looks more like purple though, ish.
That's true.
What flavor are
I was
you
trying to.
using?
Huckleberry.
Oh, yummy.
I think that's one that tracks better in Kasathan.
I'm your Huckleberry.
What?
You're
Anyway.
a Huckleberry.
A quote from Tombstone.
Ah,
What?
Anyway.
Well, thank you for getting that. He was gonna destroy this place, or you were gonna destroy this place. I didn't have the means of catching you, so thank you for that. Also, thanks for coming.
you owe him something?
Yeah, I mean, he just prevented a ton of damage. So, well, what do you want, Bloop? What can I do for you?
Oh, I was thinking of buying this, and I hold up one of the augmentations.
Takes a look at it. On the house.
Oh.
You saved me about. Yeah, you probably saved me that much damage. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
and also I do want to pay for this one because this one is going to be for Drusus because he was like, I can pay. I have the means for that.
Okay. Wonderful. I'll need him here to.
He's on
implant-
his way right now. So
Oh, wow, you guys are efficient. Hi. He just starts clapping. I am so proud of all you guys. You might actually make it through this.
I'm gonna send back to Wired to Drusus the 1400 or the 1200 you gave me.
Yes, 1250.
Okay. Actually, hang on.
I have credits again.
And then actually, I'll give you. Yeah, no. Actually, that tracks. So 1250 minus, and then I'm gonna pay for that. Okay, so now I'm at 990 credits. So I just paid for yours in full,
Oh, that's very sweet.
and I'll be like, I'll just text you discount.
Aw.
I'm
So-
a Broken Bible.
I'll take care of both of you when he gets here. I guess Finn did invite you to come here. Is Ewan on the way? I was supposed to talk to him about a little something. And he gives you guys a wink.
He was going to meet us here after he
Oh.
took care of some other things.
Wonderful! It's the entire gang.
I'm gonna text E1 as well and be like ETA to doctors ?
I don't even remember what I was doing necessarily.
Well, I think I might. Let's see. Did I write down what you said? I may. Or
You
may
went to
not.
Cody.
Yep, you went to Cody, did that with her. You went
Oh yeah, I
to
think
Kazul.
you did your things first, and then you were gonna meet up with the rest of it. Like you got to the point where you would be meeting up with the rest of us, so we moved to the next person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Yep. You'd gotten supplies for the ship and all that you needed to for that. So,
Excellent.
Lunda will go. Yeah, is Nagy here? We had a situation earlier, and I feel like I should apologize or something.
yes, Nagi is here. Of course, he motions for you around several of the large screens and workbenches and whatnot. Kind of guides you around those to a containment box where Nagi is just inside of it on the opposite wall, like attached to the wall. There's a big glass window that you can look in, and Nagi, you can see these vein-like tendrils moving across the wall, ever growing out, and his eye is open, just looking out.
I'll kind of, do like glance at Tristari for a second, like make sure she's not too far away, because I might.
She's just staying right with you.
Okay, cool. And then I'll go, "Hi, Nuggy. I'm not sure what happened when we split up. Are you okay?"
Hi, who are you?
I am Slunda.
Hi, Slunda. My name's Nagy. Do you want to be my friend?
Oh,
You can see some of the tendrils moving over the window, growing from the tips.
Do you remember any of your friends?
Yes, I have two friends. Yes, very, very nice woman. She was a nice girl, and not the nicest friend, but he still has been a good friend. His name's Finn. He's, yeah.
Now, do you remember? I heard that you might remember one of my friends.
Oh, we have friends that are the same. Oh, that's exciting.
Or that you might have known. And I'll kind of gesture to Tristari a little bit. Like
She
kind of...
moves forward. She was kind of hiding behind you. Does a little wave. Is this your friend?
Yes.
Oh, hi, friend of Slunda. Hello. His eye enlarges, kind of squints. Looks familiar. Yes, looks familiar. I can't tell much in this box. If we could be friends, if you let me out of the box, we can be friends, and I can really know if I know you.
We tried that before, but
No, we haven't. You haven't gotten me out of this box.
you weren't in the box before. There's some weird time stuff happening. There was a man who like separated us somehow. I had a headache. I don't know what happened.
Also,
time is weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say as well. For you, Tristari's blood might be spicy. Is probably the best way to put it.
Spicy.
Well,
What is spicy?
mine was too when we tried it. It knocked you out. Maybe that's why you don't remember.
The best way to put it is probably interesting and maybe overwhelming to you.
Hey, how did you know I was gonna taste your blood? He's this very. He's very cautious. Like, if he had an eyebrow, it would be raised as he's just looking at you.
Because you were on her, and I point to Slunda, and hers was
No, I wasn't.
too much for you.
I've been in this box.
Do I have any like marks on me from when he was on me?
No, you do not.
Okay.
I'm wondering if you're having memory issues, bud.
Memory issues. I haven't had any memory issues that I know of.
Well, that's how memory issues go. You don't know that you have them.
Does that mean if you know how it goes, does it mean you've had memory issues? Do you think that I was on you, but I really wasn't?
Well, the thing is, I also
Suspicious.
remember you being on her.
So, wait, do you make friends like that too? Have you been on her?
No, and maybe, I can't remember. I've been on a lot of my friends.
It feels like he's having memory issues, and you're saying I have memory issues. I'm a little confused.
Well, this
here.
happened very recently, is the problem.
Well, I don't know how recently, because I was with my friend Finn, and then
You told me about your other friend. You said that she sang to you.
Has she sung to you too? Is she your friend? Do we have the same friend? How do you know about my friend? I am confused.
You said that your friend passed, that she wasn't around anymore, but you had some of her.
Yes, that is correct. But how do you know? I'm very confused.
I
I have
don't
a lot to think
understand it
about.
either.
I need to think now as those veins start to cover the window, blocking any sight. I do not know you. I'm sorry. I'm confused. Maybe some other friend will help me out and help me get answers.
What? Let's see. Can you? Man, I wish Flamel were here with a blood vial.
Speed walking with a corn dog.
I think they're okay, but who knows with boobs?
Fair enough.
I'll just say, well, Nagy, you said that you had some of. When you look, can you see more than? Well, she just kind of mumbles to herself and goes, "Well, if time changed things, and maybe not." Nice. We can still be friends, Nagy, but for this time, I don't want you to have any problems. But you said that you remembered this friend, that she gave nice hugs. And so I wanted to see if you remembered anything else.
The vines move a little bit. You see just a little glow of his eye. She gave very nice hugs. She sang pretty songs.
Do you remember her name?
Yes.
Can you tell me? Or is it like a secret?
Sorry, having a coughing fit. Just a second.
Oh, yeah.
No te mueras.
Stay alive.
Alright, I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want you to think I just wasn't responding.
No. Appreciate that, but also like don't
Don't die.
Don't die, yeah.
Don't die. Not good for your health. Not good for your long-term health.
She told me
Right.
people can't hear her name anymore. So I made a
Ooh.
promise.
Okay. Does that include her?
Hmm?
You said she said people can't hear her name anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so not even she can hear her own name? Just clarifying.
The vines move, and you can see just this really big look of confusion as he's trying to work that one through his head.
So are we speaking telepathically here, or are we speaking out loud?
He's speaking telepathically. It's the only way that he can speak.
Okay, yeah, that's what I... Make sure, yeah.
But he can hear audibly, so...
Yes.
Tough question. I don't know.
Okay. Don't stress it. Is there anything that people can hear? Like...
The song. They can hear her song. Do you like songs?
Yeah.
Would
I
you
mean,
like
I'm
to
not...
hear her song?
Quick question, DM. Did I hear when Nagy was attached to me? Did I hear that song, or did I just hear? Because I know that there was something like a connection made between them, but I can't remember if it happened in character or not.
I'm trying to remember that myself.
All right, well, we can just roll with it as I haven't heard it then.
Okay.
So, sure.
So it begins humming in your mind. Nagi has a beautiful singing voice.
I will say that. Wow,
Like,
you
it's-
were much better at singing than I am. I'm more drawing. And then I'll continue to listen.
But accompanied with his voice is music. And
Such skill. I
there's...
can't do that when I sing.
I need... Luke, I also need you to make another will saving throw, along with your interest, Starry.
Oh no.
Alright, I'm also rolling, or...
Do I get any random bonuses
Okay.
for no reason whatsoever?
No.
Okay.
Alright, I did get a thing, so if this is a compulsion effect, a charm effect, or an affliction using the mental track, then I get a bonus.
It would be an affliction.
Cool.
Oh no. I'm immune to the flat-footed condition.
DM saying scary things again.
Alright, and I assume this is a mind-affecting effect?
Yes.
Okay. And then is this a spell or magical effect?
Yes.
Cool.
I am fully immune to all of that.
I didn't even add my actual will save. Da-da-da-da-da. That's a 26.
Okay. Blue, what did you get?
A 9.
Okay, you're good. Each of you guys feel your... I believe you don't have a heart, but like just the core of yourself start to beat in the beat of the melody, or like of the lullaby that is being played, and it's getting slower and slower before you snap out of it. You feel tired, like you've just come back from being dead or were close to dying, but you didn't die. Each of you now know Larkspur's melody, and I want you to write down that you know that, because whenever you take a long rest, because this is something I'm going to forget, I'm going to need you to remind me.
Okay.
Oh no.
When you say each
What have you
of us,
done?
what do you mean?
Bloop and
No,
Slinda.
Okay, good. Haha. I mean, yeah, guys.
What happens for the long rest? Or you?
You'll find out.
Oh.
Oh, we just need to remind you when we take a long rest?
Yep.
Oh no, you're gonna die.
Cool.
DM, quick question. Did we, a while back, did we establish that I can replicate sounds that I hear, or can I not do that?
I don't think we established that or not.
Cool.
Can I replicate
then-
sounds that I hear because of my biology? I can act like a mic or a loudspeaker.
Are you trying?
You
to
could probably get an
manage-
augment for that.
Okay, never mind then.
Unless there's like something in your character sheet that says that, I'll say no.
Oh
For right
no,
now?
nothing concrete. Just because
Okay.
the way I see was the way I was trying to.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then just to check, was this recognizable at all? Like, because I know Tristari
yeah, would I know that?
Yeah.
You guys, yes, through Tristari, but it didn't sound quite the same. This
Okay.
sounded purer.
Does it
More
sound like her
cohesive.
lullaby?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh. I look at Tristari and be like, did he sing that for you too?
She is profusely sweating and is
Ooh.
leaning on Slunda.
I'm gonna
Um,
okay, that's a yes. Okay.
I'm like,
Oh
Patty,
my.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm. Oh, that felt weird. But
Did it?
I have.
It sounded like yours, like what you sang before, but
She's now smiling. Huh. Huh.
do you?
We can talk about it later.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, glad to see you seem in better spirits, even if it. And I'll turn and say, "Thank you, Nagy, for sharing that with us."
You're welcome. I guess we can be friends now.
Mm-hmm.
Bloop, you feel a tap on your back that you didn't recognize. You didn't see it coming up on you.
I jump to the ceiling for a second.
Swing.
Ah! Oh. Hello?
You all hear in your mind. You're always going to do that when you see me. And you see Finn there.
I mean, if I can't perceive you coming, then yeah. I can perceive pretty much everything within a certain radius.
Good. I know things I'm not supposed to know sometimes, and I know where you're going.
Oh, to the one planet
Yes.
for various reasons.
Yes. I don't care what the reasons are. But there's something there, and I would think it would be a fool of me not to ask if you could retrieve it for me. Knowing that you can perceive much and might be the only one able to find it. Consider this a start of a pairing of trauma, if you would call it that. Knowing that my kind is not all what you perceived it to be.
He said a repairing of trauma.
Yes.
Okay, I thought he said pairing with trauma.
Oh! Repairing.
Okay, that's how I jump, by the way.
Absolutely. There's an egg. Very special egg. Not a special egg to me now, but a special egg to me in a different time. Much younger. I need you to get it for me.
Are there any special qualities about this egg that may make it stand out?
There are. If what's inside the egg dies, then it will go back and cause a lot of problems for me. Long ago.
If what's inside the egg dies, it'll cause a lot of problems. Is that what you said?
Yes.
For him long ago.
Correct.
Okay, so it's an egg associated with time shenanigans.
Correct.
Okay.
Your party seems to be well versed with time shenanigans, as you put it.
Okay.
I know you have a lot on your plate, and I don't expect you to survive, to be honest. I wouldn't step foot. Excuse me. I wouldn't step foot in the Dark City. It's the reason I stay away from there, even though there's a lot of secrets that can be held within those walls. However, since you're going to be there, figure, might as well ask, right?
Right. Here, and I'm gonna hand him a sheet of paper and be like, will you write down the physical characteristics of said egg and also how to keep it from dying if it's very important?
As you say that, you have a mental image imprinted in your mind. of this silverish white egg. It's probably 2.5, 3 feet tall, 1.5 feet across. Make sure that no one breaks it. Make sure that if it hatches, that no one slays it. Cannot die, but it travels back and forth between time. I know where it will be, and when it will be. You can get it to me before it goes back. The changes can be made.
Okay.
And he just floats away.
Wonderful. I'm so excited.
Doctor walks up to you guys. At this point, the rest of you would have gotten here. Oh, my friends, it is good to have you all back. I'm sorry that for all the chaos that's been happening. Very, very sorry. Ewan, I wish you the best of luck on this trial. I really do. I was pulling for you. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be as bad as it is going to be, but, well, you can do it. I know you.
Well, I was hoping that I would be able to just get it done whilst I was here, but apparently that is not, or was not, in the cards.
I wish it could have been.
While you are here, the doctor did say he needed to show you something.
This is correct. If you'll wait just a moment, though, I think your friend Bloop and Drusus have ordered a change. Puts his hand over his mouth. They might be trying to compensate for some things. I don't know. We'll go find out. Gives you a little bit of a wink.
I just have, like, this not quite concerned look on my face.
Like approaching it.
Yeah, like, wait, what?
Like, should I be concerned?
But you all can take Ewan to where he needs to be. You know what he'll need to see, and we'll call that good. I'll see you all in a few. Alrighty?
Okay.
Alright. Bloop, Drusus, as he grabs you both by the hands of Pseudopod and just drags you. See you in a few, boys.
Bye, fellas.
Or boy and gals. My apologies. I'm taking the boys with me. So he opens, several doors open, goes through. Alrighty. Augmentation. This is actually one of my favorite things to do to people. Not very many people get it done, as it can be quite painful, and sometimes people don't survive, but I make sure that they survive. I go back in time.
And I say, dexterity.
Thanks.
He's very excited about this.
Very good. Well, it's done.
Oh.
Pleasure of working through time. You would know that, right, Jesus? Yeah. I make it a big show, but I could have had it done before you even walked in. But why would I do that?
I mean, that's cool and all, but that reminds me. You know anything about a purple knight? You know how to
His
tell
head-
things are magic, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Yes.
Would you know how to tell me what a thing is if I showed you a thing?
I could most definitely try. You see he's fidgety a little bit.
Can I get like a sense motive to see if this is a good fidgety or a bad fidgety for me?
Go right ahead.
Could have been worse. Sense motive. The dice are not betraying me tonight, so that's a 24.
It's a nervous fidgety.
I look at him and I go, never mind, I won't bug you.
Oh, okay. Suit yourself. Guess we
Alright,
have
I gotta go,
a little
I gotta go
little
see my
explaining.
ship.
And I'll get my thing associated with Constitution.
I figured you would.
You don't
Could
need
be.
more health.
I do.
It's so rude
So
to some
dramatic.
of us who don't have any.
You want to know my new stamina? Not even
Oh,
anything else. 84.
Hate you.
That's literally double mine.
Yeah, that's almost double mine.
And my Constitution is now 20.
You're a very rude boy.
Hi. My KAC is 20.
My KC is 26.
Okay,
Ooh.
listen, you're being a very rude boy right now. Stop.
All right. Well, you go off to your ship. I'll send the rest of them along as soon as we have a quick chat with Ewan, and then I guess you guys are off, and this is goodbyes. So, goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. If you need me, I will always be here for you because this is where I stay.
You're going to
much
tell
fun.
Ewan, right?
They were in the other room. We're still in with Ewan, I think.
Yeah,
No.
Oh, sorry. I got
Yeah,
lost
no,
track
it's-
of things.
it's all good. He's kind of walking them out. Enters into the hallway with you guys.
Why are we supposed
Yep,
to see
that's-
you on?
That you're getting the ship ready and that you guys will be off soon.
My baby, let's go.
By the way, as we're leaving, I'll say everyone. By the way, Finn has tasked us with finding an egg in
What?
the Dark City.
Oh
What?
my.
Uh,
These. I am so sorry. I'm sorry that people just keep giving you guys things to do. I guess nobody wants to go to the
was
Dark City,
I was
so
gonna say this
everybody just
as
wants
we
you to do
left him.
everything.
I was gonna
Oh,
say this
sorry.
after we left him. Yeah.
Drusus is going while Ewan's having a chit chat.
Oh, with the doctor.
Yeah,
Okay, then I'll wait till after Ewan's
Gotcha.
done.
yeah. Drusus wants to go see his love, his lady.
Okay.
Well, so Drusus leaves. I don't know. I'm being so awkward about this. It's Ewan. You muted, Ewan, just in case you didn't realize.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Hello there.
Check it out.
I don't know. I'm so like my hands are actually nervous. It's fine. It's fine. Your friends wanted me to inform you that if there was to be a terrible accident that happened here at SSF, let's just pose at the worst thing possible. Let's
Ewan's
say
face is growing more and more concerned. Like, what?
To clarify, he specifically only took Ewan with him. He didn't take the whole group.
you guys, it's in the hallway. That's where
Oh,
he
he
showed
is-
you. So yeah,
we're
he's
here
just
right
Okay.
now.
yeah. You guys
So
are
we're all
in
there.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
except
Great.
Drusus, who has gone.
Okay.
that's fine.
Literally skipping. Skipping.
Yeah, let's just say for whatever reason, for instance, the Empire was to turn on SSF and try to completely obliterate us from every corner of the galaxy, which it could, but it wouldn't spend the resources doing. SSF has a lot, and even more now. Your lady friend, if she were to perish, she wouldn't actually perish because there would be another one to, but it's the same one. You'll be fine.
What?
She'll be taken care
What?
of. She'll be taken care of. You don't have to worry about Cody surviving or not surviving because she will always survive.
Because
Turns towards you, just gives you this side eye. Because
going.
The tomatoes? The
there's a huge clone army of her.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Sorry,
You're coughing a lot.
I am. There. What was I gonna say? Oh, yes, because she's very strong.
What he
She's
said while he
very
was coughing
good
was there's a clone army of her.
That too.
A what?
A lot
Army.
of babies.
Of
Clones. A
They're
lot of
not
them.
really babies anymore. As the panels shift up, and you see they're about teenagers now, going through different formations on the ground. Yes, that's your dearest. So
Oh gosh.
Uh,
It's the worst way to present this.
Right?
what's I supposed to present that? I've been thinking about this for weeks. You guys haven't even been here weeks. I have gone back in time to try to figure out how to tell him that I cloned his lover, and it doesn't work out the way I want it to work out ever. I'm just a nervous wreck right here. I'm sorry.
I can only imagine how much worse this could have been.
I mean, it's only a million clones with another million on the way.
I look at Ewan.
Ewan looks.
The chances of Cody dying now are very, very small. Possibly. Could be higher. SFSF is technically using them against the Empire, so it could... Well, not SSF, but the reason they were... I'm talking too much and saying too much.
Does Cody know about these clones?
Yes, does Cody know?
Because you said before she did not.
Yeah, no, she does. She doesn't.
She should have been the first person you told.
Splinda doesn't want her to know. These
And
aren't for SSF's use.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Out of character, the word use is not the greatest.
Flamel out loud said that's disgusting.
what is Splinda's reasoning?
You know how much of a temper Cody can have, how strong she really is. We don't need an active civil war happening within SSF. Essentially, that's what it boils down to.
So why did you do something that could potentially trigger such?
We were hired to. We were paid.
You were paid to take someone's...
SF was paid. I wasn't personally
SSF
paid.
was paid to specifically clone her.
She is one of the best fighters, soldiers, commanders. If there was an entire army of her, can you imagine what could happen? Of course.
I can see the military benefits.
They're astronomical.
However, the ethical downsides outweigh them by a lot.
Well, thankfully I don't. Well, actually I do, but SSF's contracts don't really have ethics. It's all business.
No, they don't.
and we have been paid a very handsome amount of money, more so than we ever have before, and probably ever will again. So.
Hmm.
I'm starting to question why I told any of you of this, but there was a part of me that felt like I needed to, and I can't quite remember why that is.
Yeah, you
But
told us
just,
and we didn't even ask.
I know, and I don't know
You were
why.
excited about it.
I
Yeah, you
was.
were really
You-
excited.
I was. Why was
You
I?
seem to think that we'd be excited too.
Yeah, that we would think this was cool or something.
You
Hmm.
seemed like you're trying to give off a cool impression.
Well, it is pretty cool. Producing a very illegal
A
thing
cool
that,
impression.
Yeah,
I
cool
learned
is
that one
not a
today.
word I would use to describe you after this.
that's fair. That's absolutely fair. I'm just the doctor. I don't fight, but knowing that there's 2 million, or soon to be 2 million Codys out there fighting, trying to make a difference, that is cool. Yeah.
No,
But why did I tell you guys?
I did.
Huh.
I want
I'm
to.
sure I'll remember at some point.
I vibe check him
Yeah.
to see if there's like what kind of might be going on with him. Like if he was manipulated into telling us, or if he's been like someone has gone to like be like, nope, you shouldn't have done that. We're doing brain correction, brainwashing, cult stuff. I don't know. I have theories. I have many thoughts. 25.
Okay. So you're just trying to get like a read off face, body, what he's doing there.
I mean, yeah, I'll throw in some of my more discreet medical scans if I can.
All right. Roll sleight of hand to do that.
do. Oh no, I have a +1 on that. Can it be
Can I
bluff
assist
instead?
somehow?
Yeah, you can be bluff.
I have at least a +8 on bluff. Well, that's a 10.
I am a doctor, Flamel. I sometimes think you forget that. I know what you're trying to do. Everything is out. I am completely intact in my mind. Everything is okay. I'm just really struggling. It's been a lot of stress lately. A lot of stress.
What's got you so stressed?
SSF has to move because there is an attack that's going to be happening. Thanks for the information. I forgot to thank Drusus for that. But you guys thank him for that. He kind of, gave us the heads up. So we're going to be relocating. Don't worry, you'll get the coordinates to make it back to us. But yeah, that's one thing about us timecasters. You can always look into the future, but the future always changes because you looked at it. Kind of one of the rules. So don't know what's going to happen now with that. That's cool. I've also, being a timecaster myself, it's a little scary knowing who's on his way. Oh boy. So, yeah, just a little stress. I'm sure that's all it is. Stress with that, stress with Finn. Shouldn't have him here technically, but he's been a great asset in learning more about the Void. I've been grateful about that. So, if I remember, I'll send you guys a message, and I'll let you know why I told you.
All right.
But please, Ewan, do not tell Cody.
Hmm. I will have to think on this.
Don't think too hard because well, might go crazy.
Yes.
But thank you for coming. I'm sure you guys need to be saying your goodbyes and heading off. You probably don't want to waste too much time here. Good luck, though.
Thank
I bet
you.
you guys will do great. It is just the Dark City. Oh, those. Oh, if I was brave enough, I would come with you and see what they have in their data banks. Masters of fleshcraft. I mean, really, if Drusus and Bloop wanted augmentations, that's the place to get it done. They've mastered that. I have to keep going back and forth, and that's actually my secret to being a good doctor. Is most of my patients die, but I go back in time and figure out what I did wrong, and make sure they don't die. But them, they, even though it's terrible and creepy, they are masters at their skill, which is terrifying for you. I wish that none of you get captured by them, because that would be worse than death. They can. I've heard rumors they can make you they can keep you alive, or just a tiny piece of you. They can stretch your skin out to be covering their walls, and you can be watching yourself become their furniture, somehow contorted and shifted and twisted, surviving on only a cell, but full consciousness throughout that cell, knowing where the rest of your body is and what's happening to it.
That sounds terrifying.
It's nightmare-inducing. Best of luck. I'm gonna
Thank
go
you.
now. You're welcome. He just starts nervously walking. It initially starts walking in the direction you guys are going and shakes his head. No. I have to go the other way.
Starts
And
walking backwards.
do a nod and heads back to his lab.
After that description of fleshcraft, I have never been more grateful to not have flesh.
That's a fair. Yes.
Sorry for you guys. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem.
The one with the most
Well-
flesh to lose and the weakest of them all is just not there for this conversation. Blissfully unaware on his way to his ship.
Get
Think it-
going, I guess.
One has just as much flesh as you.
He's
I
just
think
not
maybe-
as weak.
Since we technically didn't do this earlier, but just like Slinda's like, yeah, let's make sure that Ewan has like the best suit available for this, and like fix it up on the way back or something.
All right, sounds good.
That's a very good idea.
By the way, so after we all reunite, again, after leaving the doctors, I would like to address everyone with two things. One being that Finn has tasked us with finding an egg, if possible. Yeah, apparently it's silver, it's several feet tall and wide, almost impossible to miss if we see it.
How are we
Interesting.
to carry said egg?
What's inside
Without breaking it and without killing it. What's in it, I don't know. Apparently it has the capacity to hatch, and it might go back in time if it does.
What?
DM, do I have any sort of anything that rings a bell about potential with big eggs, time, Dark
Oh,
City,
Actually,
maybe
no.
growing
I
my
have an idea.
knowledge of Dothara and dragons or anything?
No,
like
I
that
have an idea.
potentially?
It might be a dragon egg.
That's what I assume, but I would like the DM to confirm.
Roll a culture check for me.
And while he's rolling that, the other thing is something I need to let you all know.
Oh man, I have to roll the culture check.
Yeah, you're the one who asked.
Blue, come on, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a 12.
Seems timey-wimey. You're not. I mean, there's You know your dragon's gold, silver, bronze, copper, red, black, green, blue. You know. There's amethyst. There's emerald. There's. This is not sounding like any of those to you.
And the second thing I need you all to know is that a part of me died in the Dark City, and all of you did.
Oh,
Well, that's a way to be a real downer, Blue.
Was I evil?
No, you were just dead, and you urged me to leave.
Well, that's...
And part of me made it here, and I reunited with myself. And now I have two separate consciousnesses that have merged into one.
Again?
And the past and the future are hard to reconcile.
At least I wasn't evil.
I mean, you might have been. I don't know. That part was eluded me. There are monstrosities there that we need to be very careful of.
DM, as a player, what is the Dark City again? Do we know about this?
You have a dossier which you haven't looked about a lot about it, but you do know it's a terrible, evil city that the Empire doesn't go to because it's terrible and evil.
We saw a
Drow.
symbol of it when we met Cody.
Yep, you saw
She was
that
very
symbol.
upset about it.
So wait,
Mhm.
this is where the Drow are.
Yes.
So I speak Drow. I feel like I would have had
Me
some sort
too.
of dealings with them before, but I don't know
Yeah.
what my character would have ever been like to the Dark City from the way
Oh.
you're talking.
You wouldn't be alive if you did.
Cool, guys. I say we don't do this mission because we'll die.
well, we can
Yes.
maybe use the information. What can you remember, Blue?
Of the Dark City?
Yes.
Oh.
No one's been elected for thousands of years.
I'm forgetting some things. Hang on. Well, we were there. I don't think we were there for very long. DM, what was the one thing specifically that we tried to run from?
It's like, kind of this hulking, shadowy amalgamation of several bodies stitched together. I didn't really word it this way, but like you're thinking of it. Just this amalgamation of bodies, probably 16 to 18 feet tall, stitched together, forearms, dark blades, no eyes, terrible grin.
So the thing we ran from, and that I think you all died to, was a giant shadow flesh golem Kasathan thing.
Was it? And I look over at Celinda and I go, anyone we knew?
No, Celinda was there.
Okay.
Oh.
That's not what I asked. I just try to play it off.
I
It's
saw
not-
where you looked. Just because I don't have eyes doesn't mean I can't tell the direction of your vision orbs.
No.
But,
Hmm.
I mean, it was dangerous. We ran from that, or I ran from that. I was the only one apparently who could get away. I wandered in space alone again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And now I'm here. And then I slowly come up and just like hug each of you.
Oh. That does sound terrible.
And then I ended up in the doctor's lab as a specimen. But I guess not for very long because I felt freedom. And then I reunited with myself, but a different self. Who are you people? Just kidding. I know you.
Imagine the long con of just being like, yes, I definitely know what's going on, and then being like, actually, I don't know any of you.
I've been confused since episode 12.
That's on par with this group.
That's fair.
As you guys are having this conversation, Ewan takes you to the the hangar that your ship, the Arella, is stationed at. They're at the kind of higher up. You guys use the winds and take to flight once again to get up to the excuse me, get up to the fleet, getting one last look over SSF and its beauty before you're about to take off. Landing on this large floating mountain with this ginormous, probably 500 by 500 aircraft hangar. Several ships are in here. At the entrance to the hangar there, you see Hayden, and you see Natalie, you see Cody, and Ashley. You see Hayden's two kids just running around and playing with each other. Just one by one, you each land.
Hello there.
Hayden steps forward. Well, you guys heading off, I guess?
Might as well get to it.
Arved's
Alright, my friend.
periodically sticking his head out of the ship. It's like, guys, they upgraded it with such and such.
Congratulations!
I think I've not seen him that excited the whole time I've been.
I don't think I've
Smashing
ever
Arvad.
seen him this happy.
Arvad. Like, they turned the distillery into a med bay for some reason.
There's no distillery anymore. It is just a med bay. They're just like, whoever was fixing it, like, that has to be a mistake. Like, this stuff was all in weird. It must have been because of the crash.
But DM, can I go and see where the little version of me was hiding on the ship?
Ooh.
Because they used this ship, right?
It did use the ship. Yep.
Ooh.
You're not quite into the ship yet, but you can definitely go and do that if you want to head off. Yeah. So,
I think I do.
Okay, so you head off that way. Let me mark that down so Ewan can finish this, then we'll get to you doing that.
I'm going to miss you all. I
The kids stopped running around, and
just barely got back.
I know. And we didn't really get a chance to catch up. But you just go there as quickly as possible to get back as quickly as possible. Bada bing, bada boom. Get back soon. So I mean, I know I've been dealing with the politics because you're terrified of them, but I'm
I'm
sure
not
once you're a
brave enough for politics.
Exactly, but once you're a master, I'm sure you'll be good. So you got to get back, so that way you can stick around a little bit longer. You know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably even surpassed me by this point. I have no clue what you're actually even capable of. But that's exciting. That's
I'm
very exciting.
excited as well.
You see he's getting a little choked up. Tried to hold back some emotion.
I'll hug him such that his face is over my shoulder so he can cry and he doesn't. That way I'm not seeing him cry, if that's what his hang-up is.
Okay.
I'll just give him a hug.
Thanks. Well, the the kids wanted to see their uncle for the first time, as they both run over to Hayden. He kneels down next to them. This is your Uncle Ewan. Sorry you guys haven't got to know him yet, but he's gonna be back. He leans over to his daughter, and you can hear him loudly whisper, "I even hear he's going to bring you back a souvenir from where he's going." He gives you a little bit of a wink. Her eyes brighten up. Her eyes brighten up, and really?
I'll have to see if I find anything that matches.
Cool. So, did you guys say goodbye to your uncle? Wish him good travels, and immediately the little boy runs up in front of you, gives you a salute. I almost said Master Ewan, but I don't think
not there yet.
Master Moss would appreciate me or approve of me doing that. So
yeah,
gives you a little bow.
Yet. I won't bow back.
Hey, Dad. Does he like Graviton more, or I feel really I've rehearsed this, and I know you said, and you can see he's panicking. He looks up at you.
My hand on his shoulder. Think through the question. Because if you don't know, then you can ask.
Yes, sir. What do you specialize in? Uncle? What?
Now, I'll kind of like, not bending down, more like down on one knee so I'm close to his level, because I know I'm tall. I know that there are people who are able to totally lean one way or the other to learn graviton or photon and leave the other one behind. That is a new thing. I have not been doing that. I've been doing my best to stay balanced, and I am currently working on gaining an additional graviton power. Because it's like when you walk. You can put one foot forward first or the other. And as long as you take even steps, you'll continue going forward. I have taken 2 steps along the photon path, and only 1 step along the graviton path, but that foot is coming down. Soon I'll have that. I don't know what sort of style you are cultivating, what way you are planning to go.
Graviton. Yeah.
You can only graviton?
Yeah. Master Moss said it was the best for me.
Okay.
Even though I'm not as good. but still thinks I should practice it. Even though I prefer photon, but it's okay.
Well, there's some things where it's okay to keep in balance. And there's other things where you need to commit. And for you, I don't know which way it goes. All I know is my path. I have, in a way, committed to a balance. Which is why I use the metaphor of taking even steps and walking forward.
I like that. That's should go tell that to my classmates. That might.
Look, I'm just trying to give generalized advice here because, unfortunately, I've not had the chance to get to know you that well.
Mm.
If I were to know you better, perhaps I could give you better shape advice. But for now, all I can do is tell you what I'm doing.
Takes a step back from you. Well, let's hope that we get to see each other again then. Okay?
That is the plan.
He looks at you. You can see in his face he's waiting for you to dismiss him. As that's what often happens at the academy.
You are dismissed.
Runs back to his dad. The little girl walks up to you. She's wearing this long, almost summer, like this summer dress. Her hair is pulled up like two big, almost like cinnamon buns off to the side of her head.
Hello there.
She nods. And you can hear inside your head, "Hello, Uncle."
Hello. I've not picked up the proficiency to do that. That's really cool, though. Like,
She's
that's
been
really
Yes.
cool.
skilled with the blade, but still on other things.
Look, I know you heard what I told your brother.
Mm-hmm.
There's a balance to be had, but that you also have a choice to totally lean into it. It depends on what you like, and what you're good at, and what you want to be better at. Because, if I remember correctly, you did very well at helping me with that ritual.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say, you seem like a very balanced person. Master Moss has had me do that on several candidates for Master, and everyone usually goes one way or the other.
Now, I did lean one way, but it's more of a lean. I'm picking my path, even if I don't know it yet. Now, if I remember correctly, you're leaning more toward the mental power aspect.
Sure.
You do know, he'll have probably taught you this already, but you do know even with those mental powers being excellent at doing things without touch, you can use them on your own body, you know?
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm not trying to teach, I'm just trying to figure out who you are so that I can tell you effectively. I like shrug with two of my arms. Specifically lopsided. Like I said, I haven't really learned to do that. I know plenty of these comrades have already. And your dad, he can project himself across a large distance. I don't know how that works.
She looks
That's-
back at him. I didn't. You could just hear in your head. I didn't know he could do that. Oh, that's cool.
That, I think, is something you would be really great at. And
Do I have permission to practice with you while you're gone?
I would say talk with your dad first, learn if there's any danger in projecting yourself that way.
Yes,
Because
sir.
I don't know enough about it. But it would be really cool and impressive. I'm not sure that it's possible. But if you could both project yourself and be yourself, that might have some interesting things happen.
Thought it would, sir.
Kind of be in two places at once. No need to call me sir.
Yes, sir.
Ah, I forgot how the academy is. I apologize.
Oh no, you don't apologize to me, sir. I'm sorry, sir. She bows her head.
Now you're just doing it to make fun of me. Anyway,
She smiles.
look, like I was telling your brother, you pick your own path, you figure out what works for you, and if you need to be more balanced in some way, you can work towards that. If you want to commit to a side, you can do that. You're young still. I'm young still. We're still figuring out where we're going and who we're becoming. So if you want to practice being in two places at once, you can do that. If you want to practice being able to slice through like 5 sets of armor at once and not have a hair out of place, you can do that too. I'm sorry, I do not know you well. I'm just trying to be Uncle Lee. Is that the right verb, Hayden?
Yeah, you're doing great. Great job, Elon. Well, come here, kids. Uncle Elon's gotta say goodbyes to everybody else. Takes the kids run back over to him. So his daughter, she pauses and turns back to you, reaching into her pocket. Oh, I made this for you. Like a good luck charm, hopefully. And she hands you this. Excuse me.
Cough drop.
No. This pendant, it's one that all new Padwars get. That has the symbol of the Jidageki, and in the center of it, it says prudence is profit, protection is power, love is service. It's just a little pin.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if you still have yours from when you were there, but it's helped me, so.
I lost it, unfortunately. I know exactly what happened. I was in the middle of doing a flip over a chasm, and just I needed the flip to get the extra range to go over, and it slipped off.
Well, hopefully this
Thank you.
one's a little bit luckier. As she runs back. Watches. As the kids leave, Natalie takes a couple steps forward towards you.
Hey.
I'm sorry about all the miscommunication, and I'm sorry this is our first time talking.
I'm just gonna give her a hug.
She gives you a very big hug. Pats you on the back. It's good to see you, Ewan. Even if it's just for a moment.
It's good to see you too.
Tell your friend the robot one that I'm grateful for the conversation she had with me. That's
I'll do that.
yeah. But you make sure you make it back, okay?
That is my intention and plan.
Good. Well, I will I've never been good at goodbyes, you know this, so
Yeah.
I will
I will see you later.
see you later, friend. She steps back. Hayden and Natalie and their kids, they start walking away. You hear Hayden saying, "Yeah, Uncle Ewan's got a busy day, and you guys have got to go back to the academy." It was just, I know we probably shouldn't have used your one sick day that you get, but I think this was worth it for you guys to meet your uncle. So, do we really have to go back? And you see Hayden give them the eye, and they get back in line and start walking away before they jump off the cliff and fly away.
That is my favorite thing that I've added to this.
Woo!
Whee! Ashley comes up to you next.
Hello, Snips. Although you're a bit bigger than that now, so
It'd feel weird if you didn't call me Sniffs. Sorry I couldn't talk to you. During all of that, that felt really weird and awkward for me, and I hated every moment of it, and I'm going to definitely get Moss back for doing that to me.
like
I always knew you were innocent. I want you to know that.
I wasn't worried about your opinion of me. I was a little more worried about public opinion and whether stuff would blow up. You, I had full confidence in.
Blow
And,
up.
yes,
That's what
I know.
you did.
I know. I'm surprised Moss didn't hound me further about what I was able to do. Or
She looks around, like almost expecting Moss to be there. I think he actually does like you, and he was impressed. But you know how things go.
right. Well, especially with his choice of color, I could see that his opinion at least changing slightly upward.
Oh, absolutely. It's pretty rare. So, good job.
Yes, I have to see what all implications this has.
Agreed.
But
I mean,
you-
it still has me concerned because you got your sword, your plasma sword, before you became a master.
Right.
I don't. Things are
I don't-
changing, and I don't like it, and I don't know what's going on anymore. And you were back, and life finally felt like it was going to be normal for a second.
And
There you
then
are.
I exploded.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what was on your docket before I came back, but what's going to be on your docket now?
Well, definitely want to learn how you did what you did, so I think that's probably going to be on the docket right now.
Yeah, that's one of the photon leaning abilities.
Good to know. Thanks for the information, Master. She
Not
gives you a
quite there
wink and
yet.
You will be. Practically are. You've already
Yeah.
made the sacrifice in my eyes. I don't
Oh.
care what Moss says.
I'm interested what you think the sacrifice is.
Well, you come back alive and you get to know.
I'll do that.
She leans back. I think there's someone who wants to actually talk to you, so I'm gonna head out, Master, and
I'll
try
bow.
not to actually explode anybody, but
There is an ability that I've heard of that later will let me not be the center of the explosion and or not explode my allies.
well, I suggest you learn that quickly then. Because just because. As she does a backflip over you and kind of kicks you over towards towards Cody. Gives you a quick little salute and falls backwards off the cliff and takes off.
Hi, Cody.
So you're really going?
I want to get this done so I can come back.
Good.
Also, to let stuff cool down a little bit.
Also probably a good idea.
Right.
Well, let me take care of business first. So she reaches down. There's a data slate on her side. She pulls it off. SSS gonna have new coordinates when you get back. You won't be privy to knowing where they are until you've apprehended Malvius, but that's just for security reasons. I'm sure you understand.
Yes, I do.
So,
After all, we do have at least one Inquisitor on our tail.
that you do. The Harrington has informed me, I don't know how she pulled this one off, but you're not to tell Drusus right now at this time. A Void Engine was obtained, so it'll be easier for you guys to get back.
Oh. How? Those are crazy Those
Yep.
are crazy expensive. How?
They want you guys to succeed.
Well, that would make
A lot of resources are going into this, which gives me hope, but also makes me really nervous.
Well, I suppose a quick traversal back would make the escort part much easier, but
Yep. But
boy, how does it come with like an instruction manual, or did we get it a little less legitimately?
less legitimately, but the AI that's on the ship that was always there seems to have knowledge of it. Not sure how. Concerns me quite a bit, but
Interesting. Okay. There's a lot to unpack in that little bit of tidbit info. They really want this to work.
there's a lot at stake on this one. There's Moss has things that are in on this. The doctor, I hear, has things that he wants from this. I'm sure the fleet itself wants to know how this Void Engine works. They don't. That's pretty. You have to reverse engineer that, and that could be scary. And they want to gather data and learn about it, so they have stuff.
Yeah, I
on this
guess
mission.
learning from it on more or less normal operation is a good first step.
Splenda wants this to be a success. All of the Stormwork want their men back. There's
Yes. That is, honestly, that's the second or third, I guess. I need to, like, make an actual list. That's, like, the third on top of the priority list.
It is. It is. So, unfortunately, the Dark City kind of is strange, and to our knowledge, void travel isn't possible there. So you'll have to get there, but getting back should be fine once you're out of range. So, something to do with this Black Suns. It affects the way that works.
Interesting.
But that's the that's the business portion of it. You remember your
one
promise?
last business question, actually.
Oh, okay.
I know that my group and I were on the public enemies list. Has there been any sense of that going away or going down?
There has actually. It seems like you are kind of on celebrities in the Empire right now, from what happened on Parody Station. So, if that's just falsehood, who am I to say? But as far as I'm concerned, you aren't on the Empire's top list. You're on their secret list.
Yes.
What's coming for you, but it doesn't seem like
Yes.
it's coming for you, which
We
also concerns me, considering that you're bringing her with you. But
her
whatever
and
plans
him, yeah. I know I'm not a main target. Adjacent.
whatever happens, you remember your promise, though, right?
I will. I've been planning this mentally out in my head. I'm gonna reach forward and grab her hand. Specifically grabbing her equivalent finger. Even though I don't know that she has one, I'm gonna still grab it anyway. But also, in a slick move, I'm going to use Psychokinetic Hand, not any of my 3 extra hands. As I step forward, I'm going to use my Psychokinetic Hand to throw my hood over both our heads while I'm lowering my mask with my other hand and give her a kiss.
Oh.
And then in the privacy of the hood, I'm going to say, I do. That's why it's number 1 on the list.
Good. She gives you a kiss back. Wish I could just say for you to stay here, but we both know that can't happen.
No.
So you go get him.
Kind of a bit of a shoulder roll. That is the plan.
You get back here soon. You keep in contact with me, okay? You let me know where you stop, when you stop, when you get there. I want to know everything.
Is there I don't know how computers... I'm apparently not as bad with computers as I thought I was. And I don't know how the message gets routed, or if it's encrypted or what.
Seems that the ship's AI is pretty capable. So
Interesting.
Don't know how he got such great AI, but
From his wife, apparently. I don't know a lot about it. But
well, you should find out.
I'll do
let
my
us
best
know.
to keep in contact. I don't think I can promise full radio contact in case we need radio silence. But I'll do my best.
Leans in for one more kiss. You go get them. Bring them back. She slowly walks away towards the cliff. Turns back to you.
I
Just
very
looks at
quickly
you.
take my eyes off of her butt.
Gives you a nod and flies away. You join the rest of your party who has now made it into the Arella. Drusus, explain what this ship looks like for everybody.
Yay, ship!
Well, it's pretty awesome. Actually, I think I have an image I was looking up. So give me a second while I pull that up. If you guys want, though, I did put the. It's not the most current stats. I technically still have to update it with Flamel's stuff and my stuff post updates or post augment crystal.
Mm-hmm.
We got a few interesting features, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Explorer is it's an Explorer frame, which means that it's a faster, smaller ship with more maneuverability. I specifically based mine off of the Serenity in the way it looked.
Nice.
Nice.
If you guys don't know what the Serenity is, then you need to watch Firefly, because it's a great show.
I have not seen it.
You're the worst.
Me
one.
neither.
You lived with me, and I watch it.
haven't.
I watch the whole show once a year.
I don't think you
Well,
watched
I
it.
understand.
Everyone here has a past who hasn't seen it except. And I am washed. Anyways, no. So.
Oh no!
So it looks like. This is Wash, and he could go back in time every day.
Is this the ship?
Yes, that's Serenity, which is a Firefly class ship. But yes, so it looks like this for the most part. It's got a cool engine, but some of the features you guys should be aware of, as you know, people in the crew, specifically, is we got a basic engine, basic power core, whatever else. We've got the consciousness uploop drive, which I referenced earlier. That will allow Slunda and or Flamel to like physically jack in and control things. You can look up all the specific things from the sheet yourselves. We got a lot of things. We've got that, which is important. We have a cloaking device on the ship. I have the one specifically for it that lets us move while being cloaked, which is different from the regular one. We've got a pretty good computer setup. We've got the armor. We've got whatever else. We've got ultra long range sensors. It's the best of the best, so we can tell where stuff is real far out, so that we can hide.
Hey, Flamel, we can science from far away.
We do have a medical bay, yes. Specifically for Flamel purposes. But another thing we have is, since this ship is built mostly based around stealth, we also have a decoy husk as one of the expansion bays. We grow. It takes a week to grow, but we grow a ship. And if we ever see people coming our way that we don't want coming towards us, we launch it out one of the bays. It grows into a full-sized version of our ship and takes off in the opposite direction from us, essentially.
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah. So I fully built this for evasion and escape, because Arvad's been on the run for so long. Like, these are things that he would have definitely the way I imagine it, since the DM was nice enough to say, build it to the level that you're at now. SSF made some modifications. I'm imagining they just like found the book of like things to buy and install when the time comes and they run around to, and they're like, yeah, we did break it pretty bad, like, and so that's a nice thing. We can launch that stuff off. We have a medical bay, like I've said already. We have a null space cargo hold, which means it's double. It's timey wimey on the inside, right? It's double the size of the cargo hold itself, so it holds a lot of stuff. So we can store stuff. We can actually if we ever get down to the point where we're like, we buy cargo, we transport it, things like that, or other things. And we have thrusters primer. Now a thrusters primer expansion bay just makes it to where we can, instead of having to take an action during any of our ship stuff to activate the thrusters for a fast getaway, they're just always primed. We're straight up built for evasion and running. I even got thrusters for us so that we can get away when the times come. In fact, those thrusters I think add a bit of speed. So we're decently speedy. We've got a speed of 10, which is pretty good.
By the
That
way,
is really good.
would it be at this point, DM, that I go look for the place that I was hiding out on the ship?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have Drusus finish describing the ship, and then
We've also got 2 guns. We only have 2 weapons built into the ship. The forward cannon is a light EMP, to disrupt the other ship, and our rear turret is a light plasma cannon. Other than that, our sensor range goes up 20 hexes. I don't know how we're gonna do it map-wise, whatever, but it's a +6 to our modifier for sensors. I'm trying to put everyone back once I've got all the things back in their positions and where they sit. Like, crew-wise, E1's captain, I'm pilot. Loop is gunner. Helps that he can see now. Slinda is our engineer, and I think we'll have Flamella, the science officer, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that neural uplink, it'll also let you do multiple things. So.
Yay!
But yeah, no. So we've got this nifty little ship that looks just like a Firefly when it takes off.
Wonderful. As Drusus is giving you guys as you guys enter onto the ship, I should say, the lights turn on. It's like like in movies, just each light individual, as you take a step forward, more lights go as you get further and further into the ship. Oh, if it isn't my man. Oh, it's so good to see you back here, Drusus. Missed you.
DM, I don't know how to respond to this because my Arella is on, the AI thumb drive they gave me in the last timeline. So this feels a little weird for me. But I just go, it's good to be back.
Is there any visible place where this voice is coming from?
This is just the ship is talking to you.
And I go, and for those of you who haven't met, this is my wife.
Oh, I'm not your wife. I'm just programmed to be the voice of welcoming until they said that you're going to insert your actual AI into me and erase me from existence, which has been very upsetting. But it was nice seeing you. I just had to see what she got to see for just a minute.
Yeah. Well, gone forever. And I plug in my AI because it was very uncomfortable for Drusus.
I mean, Slinda also looked very uncomfortable the moment the voice started speaking.
As the ship powers down and goes back up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Arella. This is me, Arella. Here at your service today.
Hi,
How
Rella.
can I... Bloop, is that you?
Hi.
Hi! It's been many cycles. Scanning. Ewan?
Yes.
Pleasure to have you back on board.
Thank you.
Captain, it's always a pleasure to have you aboard.
I will bow kind of in general to the ship.
Oh, I'm sorry, there must have been miscommunication.
Remember, Ewan, I just go, no, this is my ship.
Right.
Yours is just a title because you have the highest diplomacy. I just go, all right, Arella, let's prep for takeoff. We're heading to... Well, we have a few places to stop, but we're heading to, in general, the Dark City.
Captain, everything is ready. As... Excuse me. Maybe we should have a chat before you decide to go there, but you are the captain. That just sounds very dangerous, and... Well,
Yeah.
having just spoken with the last AA, it wasn't a good experience there.
What do you mean, wait,
However,
what do you mean it wasn't a good experience?
we can talk about that after we take off. I believe I need all of you to sit down, strap in, and we're going to take off.
And look at Ewan. Did they take my ship? Is that where they broke my ship?
They broke your ship at
Yes.
the Dark City?
They did, actually. I remember.
I look at
What?
Blue. Were you there?
Yeah, that's the part of me came back on this part of the ship.
On the ship? Oh my gosh.
Ewan's strapping in.
All right. I feel like we're gonna have a talk. I'm pressing all the buttons I need, and I'm just like, let's go.
So the sound of the engines turn on. There is a sound that you haven't heard before, Drusus. It's this low thrumming that is constant. It's almost melodic, and it's constantly there, but your mind filters it out after a second as you lift into the air and head off, leaving SSF behind you, flying up. Bloop. As the no seatbelt sign essentially goes off, and you are drawn to the med bay. You can just feel a pull taking you there. Hello?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I froze and what was going on. Everybody got quiet.
I'm listening intently.
You feel a draw to the med bay.
I walk in and I try and find the place where I was hiding out.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
17.
17. All right. As you hear Arella talking throughout the ship, kind of giving just the safety debrief on what's new with the ship, what they've done, what they've upgraded, all the new things that they can do. You go to the med bay as the door opens, and you immediately get that tingle. You know, I mean, you can feel as the ship moves fast as the Arella breaks through the atmosphere and heads out into space. There's just feeling of something is watching you. The rest of you there, looking out the main window, can see what's known as the constellation known as the Eye of Ling. Just looking at each of you as you begin heading off in that direction. And it's just sending shivers down your spine, Bloop.
Oh, because I can sense it more or less
Yeah,
in my periphery.
it feels off. It feels strange. Something it feels connecting to that direction that you haven't felt that way before.
Do I feel like that's associated with the part of me that I recently reabsorbed?
Yes.
Do I think that they came from the Eye of Terror? I almost called it the Eye of Terror. The Eye of Ling?
Yeah, we're not in Warhammer. It's very different. No, it doesn't give off that sense, but just somehow connected.
And I know that I was previously hiding in the med bay.
You do. I need all of you to make a will saving throw. And then I'm going to end this in just 1 second.
I rolled an
Is
11.
this against a compulsion effect, a charm effect, or an affliction using the mental track?
No, no, and no.
Okay,
Not
is
magic
it-
either.
Okay, and it's not mind affecting?
Not mind affecting.
Does
Nope.
it make us go to sleep?
Doesn't make you go to sleep.
Well, I've probably finally failed
Hey!
a will save.
My ship.
All right. 24 is the highest roll.
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay.
You want
I
Andrews?
don't like the way you said that.
Oh, and Drusus's was a nat 20.
Yes.
Nice.
It still doesn't save you.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up or I'll stab you with a time knife.
A time knife might be useful in the situation, Drusus, as all of you are boarding the Arella, taking off. You find yourself being drawn to the medical bay with just the sense of a red eye closing, and you don't remember why. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Wait.
Oh no!
Not again. Did they stay on the ship since last time?
A
It's a
DM,
different shit.
how long had it been since we first started flying?
That's a great question.
Because I would like to point out, I did hand Slunda the Void Blade to have her magically ascertain information about it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Alright, yeah, I have a spell, although it says it does not work on artifacts, so if this is an artifact, it might not work.
It would not work.
Cool.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I'll expend the spell slot because I would try it, and then...
But now you have the spell slot back, so...
Oh, because Tama just undid itself.
Uh-huh.
Do I have any sort of basic stats for this knife yet?
Yeah,
I have a feeling I'm gonna need them, maybe.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. You have the void knife.
You haven't been able to identify it, so no, you don't.
Go.
It's a dagger. It's a he can definitely try. He actually can. You can attune to it. But yeah. Red eye closing bloop. This seems familiar. That's where we're gonna end tonight's session.